Welcome again, this time lesson 13. What we said was active and passive voice, and now we are actually come to transformation of active voice sentence into a passive voice sentence. And there I gave you 3 examples. What are the steps to follow and how you do it. In our lower classes, probably we learned them simply by heart. But now you can use your mind, exercise your mind, and see how the combination is made. A past participle and a corresponding B group verb. All that you need is, in the choice of the B group verb, to exercise caution, to check what is the subject and therefore what tense I am dealing with and therefore the corresponding verb. This you will become familiar as well as an expert if you do the exercises in your English for Nurses grammar book, pages 87, 88 and 90. They are very simple exercises. Even a school child will be able to do it. I am giving one more exercise, this time from the other book, Essential Language Skills. There, page 34. If you take page 34, you have Essential Language Skills. Page 34. This entire topic is on active and passive. Now, in the exercises that are there, one particular sentence struck me and I thought I should help you doing it concretely in the code. I am taking this sentence, that is exercise in that third part. It says people hoped that the government would take some action. Well, that's a pretty lengthy sentence, and therefore I thought you might have a little problem. Look at it very carefully. The first thing that we have to do is the same, identify the verb. Here we say people hoped. Hoped is a verb, and then I continue further in the sentence that the government would take is another verb. There are 2 verbs here, some action. And if you remember the sequence of tenses, the first verb hope is in past tense, hoped. Therefore, the subsequent verb would take, even though future tense has taken a past form, would take and not will take. Okay, that's clear. But then it is an active voice. How do I know it? There is no B group over here. There is no B group over here. How do I change such a long sentence into passive voice? Same rules. People hoped. Ask the question, hoped what? And you have a lengthy answer to that. Hoped what? That the government would take some action. That the government would take some action, which is pretty long. Can such a long, lengthy sentence be subject? Well, it can be. But then there is a way we can write it more pleasant. Simply substitute it with the pronoun it. Therefore, the entire thing that the government would take some action is substituted by the word it. Now, people hoped it. Therefore, how do we change it? It becomes a subject and it is past tense and it is third person singular. Therefore, S connected one was. Past participle of hope, hope, hoped, hoped. It was hoped. It was hoped. Now you can simply add on the remaining sentence. It was hoped by whom? That is clear, by the people. It was hoped by the people. Now add on that the government would take some action. As easy as that. It was hoped by the people that the government would take some action. But then if you want to do a little perfect work, and I believe in perfect work, in that case, look at this verb would take. That is an active voice too. Why not change that too into passive voice? Yes, can it be done? Without doubt. Let's see. Would take some action. Would take what? Some action. So this is the object. Some action. So therefore, the first part remains the same. It was hoped. It was hoped by the people. It was hoped by the people that. Now the object we said is some action. That some action. The verb is in future and would, and that remains the same, no change. Some action would. Now we need the past participle take, took, taken. Therefore we chose past participle, but past participle should be preceded by a B group verb. We know would is a model. Model always takes first form of B group, and that is B. Action would be taken by whom? By the government. Now let's read the final answer. It was hoped by the people. It was hoped that some action would be taken by the government. Here is a place that by the people, it is understood it is too general, it can also be deleted. But then you got the answer. This is a passive sentence, was hoped. Similarly, this is a passive, would be taken. Here there is the B group, this is past participle, this is the B group, this is the past participle. Both the verbs are in passive. And this way, please do practice the both exercises at the end of page 34 so that you are exam ready. But then continuing along the lines of You remember tenses? We said there are 12 ways to write tenses. Similarly, passive voice is nothing but verb forms put in different ways. Therefore, we can have a beautiful table along the same lines. I take the same sentence. The three words we had were I see a dog, if you recall. And now we are going to write it in passive form. Therefore, first one is present. Present has a symbol continuous, perfect, and perfect continuous. I am combining this using the same technique. Here the object I have is a dog. A dog is third person singular, therefore S connected B group is the third form of see, seen. A dog is seen by me. Yeah, continuous tense, a dog. Again, it is third person singular and therefore is, but it is continuous tense, therefore I am using ing form. B group and ing form. A dog is being and then seen, that is a past participle. A dog is being seen by me. Now we have perfect. A dog this time has S connected verb, remember, and then we need a B group verb, and that is been, and this is also past participle, and you need the past participle of the given verb seen by me. When it comes to perfect continuous, Englishmen feel it is too complicated. You can avoid perfect continuous. Quickly, let us analyze. How did we get this? Symbol means verb only. And this is seen, this is seen, this is seen. All the seen is past participle. Past participle, which has to be there. That is a sign of passive voice. And you see what verb is come. The verb is the B group verb. Only B group. Is nothing more. Nothing before, nothing after. B group and past participle. Therefore it became simple tense. Why simple? Verb only. What about this scene? That is past participle, sign of passive voice. Look at the next one. Here past participle, which is a sign of passive voice. And look at the remaining one. There is a is, which is a B group, and you will see the ing. The B group, the ing, and the past participle, and that's it. So B group and ing makes it continuous tense. Look at the next one. You have a have group here. You have a have group here. In this place has, because it is third person singular, and the word been. Been, it serves two purposes. That it is a B group, and B group with seen past participle makes it a passive voice. And this been, also being third form of B group, has become a perfect tense, has been perfect tense. So you see, the the verb combination, the arrangement of the verb to make the time shades, which we call the tenses, does not change. It remains constant. If we follow this logic and apply the logic carefully into the sentence, you should have no problem at all transforming any verb in active voice into passive voice. You can go for this is present, you can go for past. Once you know the present, past becomes even easier. Here also you have symbol, you have continuous, you have perfect, and you have perfect continuous. And the object is same, a dog. This time past tense, therefore the B group becomes was. Past participle remains the same, by me. A dog was seen by me. And the continuous one, a dog, again was being. This being, because it is continuous, ing is a must. And then past participle, seen by me. Perfect. A dog, and has past tense will be had, and of course we have been, dog had been seen by me. And for perfect continuous, again same, the Englishmen feel it is too complicated or unnecessary, therefore they don't use it. You can look at the combination very carefully. Was seen here, was being seen here, had been seen. In that, separate the seen, which is the sign of passive voice. So in every one of them, you will find the past participle, because without past participle, you cannot have passive. This is called a symbol, only the verb is there, that is B group. Here the B group and ing are there, the B group and the ing, so make it continuous tense. Here you will see the have group with been, that is the B group. Also it is the third form, making it a perfect tense. So when it comes to the tense structure, no change, it remains constant. Only remember this past participle here, that is sign of passive form, just as the word will or shall we used in the case of future tense as the sign of future form. Similarly, we go for future tense. Future tense. We are using the same three. Future also has symbol. It is continuous. It is perfect. It is perfect continuous. And the object was a dog, which has now taken the place of subject, and it is future, therefore will. Will is the sign of future. In all the future you will have will. Will is always followed by the verb first form of be is be, and of course see, the past participle is seen. A dog will be seen by me. So easy as that. This continuous, Englishmen avoid making one, we too avoid. We come to perfect. A dog will. Remember, even though it is third person singular, here there is a will. Will is a modal. Modal is followed by first form of the verb, and the have group first form is have itself. So you can't change. Can't change. A dog will have. And of course, been seen by me. This been serves a double role. It serves as a be group, so that be group and past participle makes it a passive construction. It also is a past participle of be group, therefore have group with past participle makes it a perfect tense. So if you want the key, here you will see this will, you have to separate, that is a sign of future tense. Look at the remaining verb, only be, and this seen, this is sign of passive voice. What are you left with? In the first case, only the verb be. In the second case, have and been, that is past participle. That's all. So the structure wise, tenses do not change, they remain the same. So this way, we have 8 ways, 8 tenses, 8 for 8 of the tenses, 8 shades of verbs we can construct passive form. The other ones we don't do, Englishmen don't do. So when we transform an active voice into passive voice, we need not change them into all the 12, but into the corresponding one. By corresponding I mean the given one. For example, we said the boy killed the mosquito. Let me take another example. The hunter shot the dove. Okay. Now the verb is shot. Shot whom? The dove. The dove becomes the dove. Luckily for you, shot is an irregular verb, and therefore the 3 forms of shoot, shot, shot. Therefore, past participle is shot. And dove, third person singular, was. The dove was shot by the hunter. The dove was shot by the hunter. Was shot. I cannot and should not change into other ways. For example, it is past simple tense. Should I change it into past continuous, past perfect? Not at all. The given sentence is past simple. Therefore, my answer is equally in past simple. That is the end of the matter. We should not proceed further. But the construction, the logic, yes, is possible, and therefore you need to know them, that's all. Please remember, for exam purpose, when a sentence is given in active form, to be transformed into passive, you will do only the corresponding passive and not the other 7. Thank you.